Meir called his Rebbe Rav Moshe Weinberger, may he live and be well, to invite him to a siyum that Meir was making on the entire Mishnah Brura. Rav Moshe Weinberger was excited. Wow, what a great accomplishment. That's so amazing. But it's been so many years since you've been in my shiur. What inspired you to call me, to invite me to this siyum? I'm thrilled to come. I'm happy. But what made you remember? And Meir said, Rebbe, you don't remember? The only reason why I decided to go through the entire Mishnah Brura in the first place is due to your inspiration. It took me all these years, but I finally finished, and because you were the inspiration for it, so it had to be that you are invited to the siyum. Rav Moshe Weinberger was trying to remember what exactly did he say that inspired a siyum in the Mishnah Brura. And Meir said, Rebbe, when we sat in your shiur, so you said that you're expecting everybody to get 100 on the halacha test. And we looked astonished. Everybody's going to get 100 on the halacha test? What are the chances? And you said, listen, when you take a test in something else and it's just about the knowledge, so if the average of the class is 80, that's pretty good, 90 even better. But when you take a halacha test, unless everybody's getting 100, it means that somebody's not following the halacha. The Talmidim still, they looked confused. Could everybody really get 100? And Rav Moshe Weinberger said, was it impossible that everybody can follow the halacha? Of course we all could do it. We're B'nai Melech. Everybody's going to get 100. We'll all know the halacha. We'll all follow the halacha. In this week's Parshas Savo, we have the Tochacha. The Torah tells us straight out, why is it that the Tochacha is coming? Because Tachas asher lo avata Hashem elokecha b'simcha v'tov levav. Because we didn't serve Hashem b'simcha v'tov levav. What is the simcha and tov levav that we didn't do so that it warranted that we would get the Tochacha? And there are many fancy answers. I heard an answer once, Tachas asher lo avata Hashem elokecha b'simcha v'tov levav, because we didn't serve Hashem when times were good, when it was simcha and tov levav. When things were easy and convenient, we didn't serve Hashem. So therefore, Hashem's going to bring the Tochacha to see whether we're going to do Avodas Hashem under those conditions. Really, Hashem would rather that we have good times in life, that we have good things, celebrations. But really, more importantly, Hashem wants us to follow Torah. If we can follow Torah during good times, then great. But if not, so then Hashem brings Tochacha to see if we follow Torah better under those circumstances. A beautiful pshat by the Biala Rebbe says, Tachas asher lo avata Hashem elokecha b'simcha. When we didn't do Averos, we're not perfect, we're human beings. But when we didn't do Averos, we did that b'simcha. We celebrated, we were happy that we weren't doing Avodas Hashem. And Hashem says, well, you're happy and celebrating? When we do Averos, I understand we do Averos, we're not perfect, we're human beings. But you're happy when we do Averos? Well, that warrants the Tochacha. And Hashem brings the Tochacha on us. But the simple pshat is Tachas asher lo avata Hashem elokecha b'simcha. That we weren't happy. We weren't b'simcha when we did Avodas Hashem. And the Torah tells us that's why the Tochacha is coming. I understand that people did Averos and we get a Tochacha. We get the punishments and the curses that's written in this week's Parsha. But if we did the mitzvos, but we only didn't do it b'simcha, that's a reason that we should get the Tochacha. There are some mitzvos that are hard. There are some mitzvos that don't make us happy. Just doing the mitzvah is not enough. We have to do it b'simcha as well. So Rav Kook explains, who doesn't do a mitzvah b'simcha? Who doesn't do anything b'simcha? Imagine if somebody has a winning lottery ticket in his pocket and he's walking around upset down the street. How could that be possible? He won the lottery. It must be that he doesn't realize the value of the winning ticket. If somebody is doing mitzvahs not b'simcha, so it must mean that we don't realize the value of Torah. That the most important, precious thing in our life is to live a life according to the way the Torah prescribes it. If we're going to do Avodas Hashem not b'simcha, so then it means that we're performing the mitzvos in a perfunctory fashion, out of rote, out of routine, but not realizing that this is the way that's going to connect us to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. When we don't realize the value of the mitzvos, we don't do it b'simcha. Okay, if that's b'simcha, so then what's with V'tuv Levav? Why does the Torah repeat the word of V'tuv Levav? So Rav Kook explains what V'tuv Levav means, that we don't understand the value of ourselves. Simcha, we didn't appreciate the value of the mitzvos. Tov Levav, we don't appreciate the value of ourselves. Well, wait a second. Why are we getting the tochacha if we don't appreciate the value of ourselves? Why would we get the tochacha if we don't appreciate our own value? So maybe you can say pshat. I wonder if pshat could be. This is not Rav Kook. I don't want to pin it on him, but I wonder if pshat could be. Because if I don't realize my own value, so maybe Hashem will give us certain challenges so that we could overcome those and then slowly, step by step, realize, hey, wait a second. I achieved that and I accomplished that. Who knows what else I could do? Who knows what else I could accomplish? I have to realize two values. I have to realize that the Torah is valuable, Avodas Hashem is valuable, but also the performer of those mitzvahs is valuable, and we could attain almost anything that we put our minds to. We could look at the halacha and Avodas Hashem and Yirah Shamayim and Avas Hashem, and it could look so huge to us, impossible to accomplish. Hashem's telling us that's what's going to bring the tochacha. The opposite, we have to appreciate the value of mitzvahs, perform them b'simcha u'v'tov levav, especially as we head towards Rosh Hashanah. And too many people think that Rosh Hashanah is a beatdown. How many things did I do wrong? And how could Hashem possibly love me if I've done so many averos and I'm so imperfect? U'v'tov levav. We have to believe in ourselves. We have to believe that we could accomplish. We have to believe that we could grow. We have to believe that we could change the world. HaKadosh Baruch Hu should help us do mitzvahs b'simcha v'tov levav. Do mitzvahs when times are good. We should be able to do mitzvahs and experience celebrations. If, God forbid, we do averos, like the Biala Rebbe, if we do averos, so we should do that humbly and react humbly and not celebrate those. And most importantly, Hashem should help us realize the beauty, the value, the preciousness of Avodas Hashem and the value of ourselves. Have a great Shabbos.